Phenomenal African Women UK. Ready to be inspired, celebrated, and empowered? Hey, it's the Afrodia Empower podcast, where we share our real and relatable experiences as young Black women connected to the African diaspora. Invite some friends and join the conversation with your hosts, Shernorva, Emmanuella, and Blessings. Hello, everybody. It's the Afrodia Empower podcast, and it's March. So, hello to all you lovely people. And it's here. You're here with me, Shernorva, and with
Blessings
and Emmanuella.
Yes.
We're here to have a lovely conversation with you all about media and entertainment in the modern world. So, okay, guys. So our question of the day today is: what are your pet peeves?
Ciao, I got pet peeves.
Me too. Do you want to start, Blessings?
Yes, and one of them was this week. Oh, I don't want to say that, just in case someone. I always think that someone I know is gonna come and be like, no, but seriously, you know, with this whole online school, teachers are like, let's do group work, breakout rooms, all of that. That's all great, but this is the thing why I like working in groups, but I don't like, my pet peeve is working in groups where people don't want to be productive. I'm so sorry. Why are we? I will go full on. Seriously, no, like, we're given one task. Can we do it to excellence or not? You're looking at me like, is this stuff?
Do you know what?
So
no,
annoying.
I get you. I'm like that as well. I'm like, I am very like, I don't take on things if I can't do it. And if I'm given something, I'm gonna give you everything I have. And once I've delivered it, that you got the best of me, right? Which is why I'm very selective about the things that I choose to take on myself. But I feel you with that pet peeve, because some people just be, you're really lazy. And I want to be like, you're really lazy.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is not trying to say like we don't take a break or like we get it perfect every time. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that if we're given a group task, especially now exams are cancelled, I'm trying to bring my best foot forward. Don't be telling me that you haven't planned the essay when you told me you're going to plan the essay. So it's just little things like that just get to me. And it's like, yeah, that's my pet peeve. I hope no one sees this from school.
Emmanuella?
Do you know, it's so hard. Not that I have a lot of pet peeves, but I think very similar to Blessings, unless my mind changes. Just lectures. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one. Some lecturers, I'm so sorry. Just because we're not there, like, you're basically reading from the PowerPoint, you know? And I feel like in person, you would have elaborated a lot more. And when the questions don't relate to the lectures that we've had. So, like, please elaborate in the lectures. Do not read from the board, because I can do that. I can read from the board.
You came to A-level teachers too.
Please just elaborate. Please help us out here, because the 9K, the 9K.
Yeah.
Serious money.
There's those teachers where you ask them a question and they're like, let me just check the text, but let me come back to you next week. I'm like, this is meant to be your subject. What do you mean?
No, like I feel bad for them at the same time, because I feel like if that was me, but at the same time, like, I'm not the one with the whole master's degree in the subject, but still, I kind of feel bad
for people in education, please.
Yeah, please.
No, we're not. I appreciate all my teachers. I love them all.
Yeah.
We understand. It's not easy, Sha.
Yeah, but there are always ups and downs. There are people who are literally magnets when it comes to knowledge. You can ask them kind of anything on that area, and they just know it. That they love the area so much. And there's people who they're not. They're just.
It's your face. She went. They're not. I cannot. Okay.
Yeah. So my pet peeves. Yours went in some deeper ones, because I had like a lighter one first. So my first one was like the toilet seat being up when flushing. I'm telling you, since I was young,
I
this has been,
remember you saying this.
yeah, since I was
Yeah.
young, this has been a major one for me. I think I remember watching something and they're saying that when you flush the toilet, actually the germs go up in the air and then they land on whatever there.
I heard that too.
So since
Same.
then, I've been like, just put the toilet seat down and flush. Like, just put it down and flush. That's all. So
Yeah.
it bothers me when I just see when there's no toilet seat cover, when there's
No toilet
Yeah.
seat cover.
yeah, like, you know, when you go to like a public restroom.
Oh,
I mean, that's
okay.
different because
Oh, okay.
and stuff. But even then, I'm like, oh my gosh, where is the toilet seat cover? You know, like it
This is why I
just
don't put my toothbrush in the bathroom anymore.
Same.
Because I'm
Is
scared
it?
that them
Even-
particles are gonna come flying up.
Is
I
it?
put it in the cover. I now put it in the cover and I lock it in the
Oh, you
cupboard.
put it in.
But I
okay,
used
my
to
room.
legit leave it in my room.
Same.
Mhm.
I have a cup. I put it in.
Mine is open, but I just walk around like close the toilet seat, close the toilet seat, close the toilet seat. Yeah, but I think my deeper one was people not apologizing or just admitting when they're wrong / if they don't know something. And this is for every age group. It irks me. I'm like, if you weren't sure, then fine, just say I don't know. I'm very like, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I have nothing to give you. I really don't know. I would rather just be like that than I'm trying to come up with an answer from thin air. And you know what? Like, we all make mistakes and stuff, but anyway, there are times when people do it all the time, you know?
Yeah, it's like you could have just told me. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, especially with online school, where you'll be the only one that's asking questions. It's like I'm not the only one that's confused because after the lesson you'll be like, okay, what did the teacher say, Blessing? And it's like, were you not there?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, oh yeah, me too. Okay, me too. Why didn't you speak up?
Yeah, because if I don't know something, best believe I'm telling the teacher.
Teacher's like, so any questions? So you didn't ask then, be asking me.
Literally, I understand that. Do you know what? Because I feel like when, especially if you are quite a shy person, I don't know, and you feel like you're not really feel comfortable, you feel like the person's gonna react in a funny way. I've had moments where I've been like, I don't really want to ask, or I might ask someone else. But if it's all the time and it's your whole GCSEs, it's your A levels, you even brought it to university, something has to change. It's not good enough. Like, yeah,
You have to check yourself sometimes.
honestly, yeah.
True. And following on from our pet peeves, we love people. Honestly, this sounds like we love people and stuff. This is just our pet peeves, guys. We all know
Yeah.
that you at home, you have your own. Don't just come for us. You have your own too.
Honestly.
You have your own
It's
too.
so true.
So
Very.
we just want to talk about when we're today about media entertainment in the modern world. But the first thing that we want to talk about is the good old social media, and just the importance as young people to one, be using a platform like LinkedIn, or to be connected with people on Facebook and stuff. Like, Instagram is fun. I scroll through. Snapchat is fun. I just scroll through for updates. But in terms of as a professional, no matter what area professionally that you want to go into, whether it's for work, whether it's for your business, whether it's just you're interested in an area, you want to find out more about it, connecting with people, especially on something like LinkedIn, is so great. People are so happy. Most people are happy to connect with you, unless it's like you're trying to connect with Richard Branson. I mean, that one might be hard, but people are happy to connect with you and stuff. And you ask a question, people will answer the question as well if you have questions about different areas that you're interested in and things like that. So that's the first thing I would say with social media. Look out for opportunities as well. Like finding out, okay, which agencies put opportunities out. So don't just like, okay, let me search their website. Follow them on different social media platforms as well, so they can literally, as they go out, they put things out. Like the same thing happens for me in voiceover work and stuff. There's some platforms that I work with that, because I follow them on social media, if they quickly we need a voiceover for XYZ, and it's due on and it's like a quick thing, because I've seen it on Instagram. Okay, this is like goes against what I was saying before, but because I've seen it on Instagram, which actually connected these people through LinkedIn. So yeah, because I've seen it there, I'm like, okay, this job is going out. I didn't get an email about it because it's not something they're sending out at mass. They're only sending it out on Instagram because they need someone quickly. So I'm just saying about, don't just connect with people in one place. Like, see if you can diversify out as well. But it'll show people that you're interested too.
Yeah, I second that with the LinkedIn, because I actually got it during lockdown last year. And honestly, best decision ever, because it was right when, I guess, exams for the year above were cancelled. So you had all these people who had nothing to do, just really doing Zoom calls, how to ACA 13 calls, how to write a personal statement, how to do this. Like, there are people that are willing to help you. I remember there were people that I'd be like, okay, so they would read my personal statement for me, be like, okay, can you change that? It would be better if you wrote this, and like for free. I didn't pay any of these people. They were just like willing to help. So it goes to show, if at this age, like applying to uni, people are willing to help you out, what do you think? Like, if you're applying for a job, if you're applying for internships, they're willing to reach out to, if you're willing to reach out to them, they're willing to help you. So I agree with that.
Yep. Don't be afraid to ask. You might as well ask a question and they read it and they ignore it. Or you ask the question and you
Oh, I've
strike
had
up a
that.
conversation. Yeah. And sometimes because
Exactly.
you strike up a conversation, then you go back, you apply for an internship, you're like, oh my gosh, this is with this person who's in this company. So be like, oh my days, I just applied for the internship from your company. Then you have a connection there and stuff. Not everyone like has an auntie working in Google. Okay. Not everyone has an auntie working in Google. So you connect with the people, connect with the people. People like to know you as a person.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I was gonna mention 2 points. Of course, like social media is a really good place to gain opportunities and stuff, but you can also share things that are going on in your circle, any ideas that are happening, or things that are happening, and also courtesy with social media. I know that's become like a really big thing, especially during COVID and stuff. Like, just because they're online does not mean they don't deserve any kind of respect or formality. Not formality, but don't just be like, yo, I need your help, yo, do this for me,
Oh
da
my
da
goodness.
da. Do you know what I mean? Like, still enter the chat with some grace, some decorum, put your best foot forward. Yeah, that's
Oh my
what I was
days.
going to say.
You hit a nerve, because how can someone DM me on Instagram saying, hey, can you shout out my business, please? Just like that. And this is
I've
not to
had that
say,
as well.
and even me, I don't even have like that many followers like that. So first of all, I'm thinking, okay, do you want me to be an ambassador? What's the purpose? Like, I don't even know who the person is. Number one. Number two, actually, no, I think I know who they might be. But at the same time, I feel like that's not the way to talk to someone. And I can't lie to you. At the time, I literally just ignored it, because I was like, well, I'm not in the mood to have to like. Because for me, I'm actually going to speak to them and be like, I understand you want to grow your business. However, I would recommend that you approach people in this manner. And this is just to help them out. It's not to say like, oh, I know everything, but what you do know, try and help other people, so that they can improve themselves too. Yeah.
100% agree. 100% agree. And I think um on the other side, I guess, of social media as well, I know we all love to connect with people in different areas, but um there's obviously the side of social media about looking at social media, looking at people's lives and being like, I want that to be me. Um, and I think as well recently with social media influencing, a lot of people were in Dubai living their best lives, influencers and stuff, but some of them came out and spoke out. I mean, there was backlash and all of that, but some of them spoke out. Actually, there's a lot behind the scenes that goes into being a YouTuber or goes into being a social media influencer that people don't see. A lot of paperwork, a lot of making sure that you get paid the right amount, and you have great management and all of that sort of thing. So I'm saying all this to say that the pictures look great, but that's not all of it. And people have outwardly said, I only show you the good bits of my life. I only show the good bits of my life, because they don't want to be coming on like they have an argument, you see, and stuff. And then you're looking at people like the Kardashians, like, oh my gosh, every time we're seeing every argument, but actually that's their everyday life, and you just happen to be following it. The same way, if you followed most people's families, it would look like happy moments, and then it will look like a mess at times as well. So I'm just saying this all as like kind of a word of warning and stuff. Please do not hold yourself up against, oh my gosh, I don't have the same lifestyle, I don't have the same money, I don't have the same influence. Like, I don't have the same influence and stuff. Like, you do you. But it also helps with that as well, the people you're following. Like, don't get me wrong, follow people who you find them inspirational, you want to follow them in different areas and stuff. But it's also like important to follow people who are around the same area or a few steps away from the area that you want to be at as well. So you can go and be like, okay, they're telling me about meal planning, let me see what they're doing for meal planning, and they look like they're living an everyday life rather than every day they're eating lobster and caviar. So I'm just saying that it's important to, is it just important to be realistic with the people that you follow, as well as be aspirational, not just aspiration,
That's so
because then you
true.
feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, I feel like there are times, and this is me being quite transparent, like that I remember actually there was a time where I hadn't been on social media for quite a long time. So I went back on, I was just like, let's see what's going on, like, because obviously people have messaged you and you don't want to be look like you're airing them or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just checking my messages and stuff. And then I'm just looking and I'm seeing like so many changes. Like some people have done this or done that, or they've started this initiative, this, that. And I can't lie to you, for someone who hadn't been on social media for such a long time, it became so overwhelming. I remember, I think I even nearly cried a little bit because I was like, I just felt so inferior and like, oh, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? So I guess like it's important that you're actually not comparing yourself and realize that also, you know, you don't find your identity in the things that you do. Like, although we're doing Aphrodite in Power, like this isn't all of me, if that makes sense. It's only I'm using my skills and talents to do this, but don't find your identity in the things that you do. Or else when you now see when other people are shining, that's when jealousy comes in and you start to feel like, oh, I'm not as great or I'm not this. So definitely watch, be careful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that with social media, very similar to Blessings. Like I used to go on IG and be like, oh my gosh, there are people younger than me that have frontals and clear skin, and they look like they're my age, and I'm 20 and I look 12. And then I just
Sorry.
no, yeah, but like that's how my mind used to be. So I used to take like long breaks from IG, so that I just, you know, don't compare myself as much. But now when I like not just like social media, but like things like YouTube, does that count as doesn't count as social media, right?
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Okay. So
It's
now I
media.
like
It's media.
okay, so now that like I watch YouTubers and stuff, I'm no longer like jealous. I'm just like I'm inspired. So like I don't know if you guys know who Jess and Gabe is, but like
Yes.
girl, Gabe just got just like a Tesla, and I was like, hallelujah,
Mm-hmm.
I tap into this blessing. Like,
Amen.
do
Yes.
you know what I mean? That the fact I'm being exposed to this means it's possible. And
Wow.
when it comes to like seeing girls on IG and they've got like this hair or they're trying this makeup, I'm like, okay, I like this a lot, but I don't put pressure on myself to look like them. If that makes sense. So
Wow.
yeah.
And I'll jump in with what you're saying about
I
YouTube and
agree.
stuff. I think actually when you compare YouTube to IG, it's a lot less of a kind of and that snapshot of this moment of life. Like YouTube, because you're following someone and they're going, like, either they're vlogging or they're doing on an area of interest or something like that, and you get to know the personality, you're like, okay, I can understand a little bit more about them, I can see a little bit more honesty and things. So even where you take in your media and entertainment, is important to be diverse in where you take things in um for your own self and your own mental health as well, so you
I
don't feel bad because
agree.
you're scrolling these people on holiday, all these people who have so much money on holiday and stuff, and you know you want to be on holiday and stuff. Or you could jump onto YouTube and maybe watch someone who is touring a place or a holiday place and stuff, um but actually you feel a lot better than that because you're not watching someone like posing loads of areas. They're just showing you the actual place and you're like, oh, this will be so nice to
Yeah.
go to. one day and stuff. I just trying to think of something ran off the top of my head for that, but yeah.
Do you know what? That just made me like think. Do you ever get that pressure to be like this influencer? Not like, I don't know if you see like someone that's like doing influencer style things, and you're like, and maybe they show like what they eat for breakfast and lunch, and then they take these vitamins, and then they take this, so you feel like, oh, maybe I should share what I do for breakfast and lunch and dinner. And like, have you ever had that? Is it just me?
I felt more like that with Snapchat. Remember when Snapchat was like booming? Everyone's just show every single area of their life, da da da. But now that you've got like privates on Snapchat, there's no pressure to share that much detail. But before I was like, oh my gosh, people are gonna think I live such a boring life because I don't really post on Snapchat. But now I just can't. The fact that I cannot be bothered, I don't have the energy to. Kind of just, you just get to a point where you're just exhausted. I can't be sharing every single thing about my life. I don't want to, anyways. So I think when you're doing it for other people, you lose that motivation after a while. So yeah.
And I think to Blessing's point as well, I think when we started our family YouTube channel, I remember, like, as we were discussing, we had to discuss about kind of where the limits were and how much we wanted to share and stuff, and what areas we wanted to share about. And even in that, it was just so important to put those parameters in, because there are people who on YouTube, they share all their life. That's not me. It's really not me. And I just I like realized quickly and stuff, just the way we are as a family and stuff, where we the balance is very important about us being able to do things together, and having parts of that on YouTube, but also being able to do things together and just being able to have fun in the moment and look back at, oh my gosh, all these private fun memories of just our family, as well as like with friends and all of that too. So I guess it's in, I was gonna say, it's in two ways and stuff. You really have to just be mindful of who you follow and what you're following them for. And I think sometimes as well, you have to check yourself, because if you're following people who are like showing every single part of their life and stuff, and then you're becoming resentful, you have to be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be following these people who are showing all the parts of their life, because I'm starting to nitpick into what they should be doing, what decisions they should be making and stuff like that. Maybe I should step back and maybe watch someone who's just showing what they eat every day. As a, you know what I mean? Just what they eat every day. This is not to bless like what this person eats every day, but you know, for example, someone might be a dietitian, like doing those what I eat every day, what I eat in a day, like reacting to those and stuff, because you're interested in food, rather than watching this person's everyday life. They're up and down, you're looking at every meal they eat, and you're looking at everywhere they're going and stuff like that.
But guys, let me just tell you now, if I'm going on holiday, you will know. Best believe. I'm not gonna come and act here like that. If I'm going on holiday, I will be an influencer. Okay. Okay, no, not to that level.
No, I love it. No,
I'm not to the level where it's like I'm snapshotting everything. But like, if I'm on holiday, I do like to share that experience. And it's not per se because I'm trying to show off, but because it's like, you know, look, this is fun. This looks great. If you're coming here, try and visit this. That's kind of the perspective I'm coming from. So just be careful with that whole thing. Yeah, go ahead.
It's so true. No, like, you have to do you. Like, just because someone is sharing their whole life on a vlog, they've made that choice to do that. So why is it our place to judge that they're sharing the whole life in a vlog? And it's exactly what you're saying, Blessed. Like, if someone wants to share their life going on holiday and stuff like that, and putting things up on holiday, and people are like, oh my gosh, you're going on holiday, I don't get to go on holiday and stuff. You can't live your life like that. You can't, because you won't do anything. I even saw, like, recently I saw one where this couple every year they share their finances for the year, which, I mean, that's a big thing. That's very kind of them. But they share their finance for the year, what they made for the year, how they break it down, what they saved, and as the lady was talking through it, she was saying that people in the comments always be like, oh, you could save so much more because of how much you made. And she said, look, I don't know like why been this whole mentality around, oh, let's just save for the rest of our life, rather than let me save for a
Enjoy.
goal of how much I want to retire for and how much I need to be able to live comfortably so I can enjoy whilst I'm going along in the journey. Because some people don't make it to retirement age, and it's not to be like really depressing about this and stuff. But if you're saving your whole life and then you never got to really experience any of that or put any aside to just enjoy your own life, your everyday life stuff. It's like last month how we were talking about like mental health and self-love, and all of that is in the process. Like it's important to save, but it's important to enjoy as well. So if you want to share that you're doing something, you share it, blast it out. I don't know if you need to put up as a paid ad, but share it.
But honestly,
Lol.
guys, I appreciate when people share things, because it's for me, I have a lack of imagination. And Pinterest is just not enough for me. Like, I need to see someone go on holiday, like, people that just live a very expensive, like, they like expensive things, or they have like particular taste. My flatmate showed me like this couple that, like, live in New York, do their own thing, like very expensive lifestyle. And I just appreciate when she shows me things like this, or house renovations and things that we don't watch and think our flat is just a mess compared to their house. No, we're just like, no, I want to do that to my bathroom. And she's like, no, I want to do that to my kitchen. Like, it's supposed to be enjoyable. The moment that enjoyment is taken out of it and you have bitterness, please turn off the screen and go to bed. No, honestly, because then you legit cannot be happy for people. That's a very sad life. You can't be happy for people. Do you know what I mean? So if you need to take that breather, this is a sign. Well, if you're listening and you're triggered, this is your sign. Go to bed. Think about it. Go to bed. Do some self-reflection. But all jokes aside, I like when people share stuff.
You know what, as well, like when like people are sharing their lives on social media, it's actually a source of income for them as well. So let's not be so, at the same time, like, if I have a YouTube channel, which I do, and one day it'd be nice to monetize it, because it's nice to share stuff. Like, that's not my sole aim of doing YouTube, don't get me wrong, but like, it's nice. You have to realize that that's actually that's their income stream as well. So if they're sharing that, tops to them. Like, that's what they're doing.
It's true. And putting ads in and stuff. And the thing about YouTube as well is, when you think about it, you don't have to pay to use the platform. You just have to sit through it and ad for a few more seconds. So, I mean, depending on who the person is, I don't sit through all the ads. But if it's someone who I enjoy watching them and stuff, I'm happy to take like a couple minutes out of my day to sit through the whole ad so they make a little bit more.
Honestly,
it doesn't cost me to do that. I mean, it costs me my time, but it doesn't cost me like financially I have to pay into YouTube for them to make money or anything like that. So we can appreciate that. And sometimes YouTubers come on and say, to be honest, it just worked out that I'm gonna have a lot of ads coming up in the next few videos and stuff. I mean, for me personally, you don't even need to tell me that. If it's an ad section and I'm like, I don't really want to watch HelloFresh again, then I just skip. Just start talking.
Have you guys had these ads lately where it's like an online business?
Yes.
Like, it's so they'll be speaking in their language. Maybe it's because I watch a lot of African YouTubers. And I'm like, what is this whole going on? Not that anything is wrong, but it's just like, it's like 4 minutes and I want to help the person, but I want to watch the video.
No,
I skip. That's too long.
Yeah,
I skip, but I have the Christian mingle. It just comes up every time. Every single song. Put Jesus as my Lord. Hosanna. Christian mingle. Like, I can recite the ad now. It's that bad. So ads are not always. I don't sit through them. No thanks.
There's the unskippable ones. Now they pop up in a way that you can't even like know that they're coming as well.
They sly about it. And these, YouTubers is getting very comfortable with these doubles, unskippable ads. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We understand people trying to get a living. So
yeah, it's true. It's very, very true. It's very true and stuff. So on that on all of that fun note and stuff, I mean, we just went from top to bottom with media and entertainment, in general, what we want you guys to take away is that social media should be used as a tool instead of a place where you go and compare your life with others.
So true. And also, like, you've got opportunities to get on social media, so take advantage of them. Get LinkedIn. It doesn't, you don't have to be, I feel people say, oh, you have to be like this number, this age to get LinkedIn. No, you can be 15, 16, get LinkedIn. I remember, like, I was hearing about this when I was 14 and I underestimated it. It was even you, Shernorva, who said it at church. And I was like, LinkedIn? What's LinkedIn? And I went on it, and I guess at that age I didn't really understand and everything, because there's not much, I won't lie, at that age. But the older you get, like when you're 16, I think that's a good age to get LinkedIn, because there are opportunities for people that are going into sixth form, scholarships when you're going to uni. So take advantage, internships. Yeah. Any last ones? Manuela? Any last takeaways? Okay, no, I'll think of one. Yeah, guys, you can also use it for YouTube. Make yourself an extra income. Nowadays, I think if COVID has taught us one thing as well, obviously we need to be safer, social distancing. But apart from that, it's good to have another source of income aside from an in-person job. Maybe you were working where you had to talk to people. Maybe try and see if you can do something online. Like, there's loads of online things we can do. So take advantage of that. Yeah.
And with what Blessings is saying as well, with YouTube, be yourself. People want to see you as yourself, so be yourself on YouTube, be yourself on social media. Don't feel like you have to I mean, if you have a big following and stuff, you put something up offensive, please take it down, but don't feel like you have to like be living your life for other people. As Blessing said, if you go on holiday and you want to put up pictures.
Yeah.
If you like, you're looking forward to go on holiday and you miss seeing the beautiful beaches, then go and search on YouTube someone who had a video from before where they are on holiday, or just a holiday destination. You can go and like look through the place and stuff. Like, go enjoy social media and stuff, and social media, all of that area. And the last thing to note as well is that media has changed a lot since what it used to be like. So now YouTube is our new TV, and streaming is our new movies, and all of that sort of thing. So like, really, this is a great opportunity for us, for anyone to go in, to join on, to try something out, see if it works, see if you like it. If you don't, then you keep moving. But actually, you're just putting yourself out there for others to reach you, whether it's on LinkedIn, as we're saying, on different social media, whether it's on YouTube, in these different areas and stuff. So take these opportunities and allow people to see and know who you are as well.
Great. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. Like we always say, you can follow us on our social media at Afrodia Empower on Instagram. And yeah, you can listen to us on different streaming softwares. So that's us for now. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
We're really glad you joined us today. Check us out on Instagram, Afrodias, and comment on today's podcast post. Don't forget, be phenomenal.